goes and wins it all, I will say
Fair
G
enough.
has very good chances in
Fair
split.
enough. Understand.
G will qualify for champions then. I agree.
That'll only happen if we still keep the roster, no?
On the record, rolling था मैंने काटा नहीं camera अभी तक का.
ये live कर दिया.
What is this?
Wait, why would you put this
This
part?
one.
Exactly. Why would you put this one?
What's up, everyone? Welcome. We are doing this podcast because VCT Masters is right around the corner, Masters Shanghai, and we are all just also getting done with VCSA. The LAN just got over, and ऐसे खबर आई है that there are some new people or old people rather re-entering the scene. So that's why we thought let's do a podcast, talk about everything Valorant. So I would like for everyone to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Rohit Jagasya. How do I even introduce myself?
Normally introduce yourself.
Don't have an introduction.
It's
I'm not
awkward, dude,
expecting
with you
some
guys.
K3G kind of introduction where you turn around and like have rehearsed lines, but
Oh yeah,
No,
you can check it in the chat and put it.
I'm Rohit. I'm the founder of Revenant Esports. We are an esports team from South Asia competing in like 6 titles and soon probably going to have like a team in Europe.
This is Manoj, aka Sentinel, aka Arna, the new owner of Grayfox.
wait, nice. See that straight
the
up.
point.
Nice.
Hi guys, I'm Universe, aka Aditya Kumar. I'm from Bangalore and I'm a content creator for VLT. I think.
Grayfox
I
VLT.
think.
Grayfox or VLT?
Yeah, confused for a second, but I do watch parties. I do a lot of Valorant esports content for South Asia and videos, watch parties, everything esports. I do it all.
The 4 teams from each region that have won. From North America, 100 Thieves. From Europe, we have Fnatic. From Pacific, we have PaperX and EDG from China. They have the top seed and they are going straight ahead. The interesting format this time is that they get to pick their opponents once the Swiss stage is over. So the 8 teams are going to play in a Swiss stage. From there, the 4 that qualify, the 4 teams that have already qualified, they can choose their opponent. So they can say, okay, hey, I want to play against this team or that team. And that draw is going to happen on stage. So that's going to be interesting.
Oh,
I don't think that has ever
Just
happened
to add a
before.
spice to it.
The other 8 teams that are there in the Swiss stage right now, we have G2, FPX, Heretics, Genji, Leviathan, DRG, FUT, and T1. Damn.
I want G2 to win.
yeah, same.
The entire event. Rohit, I know you're a G2 fanboy, so I can understand. You just want them to win because they're going to make like social media trash meme.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I really like the brand, like the team itself, the club itself. But I love their content game. I love their social media game. But apart from that, I'm not sure if they'll win. I think, probably PaperX or Fnatic are, favorites in my opinion. But
I think this is PaperX's year.
I want PaperX to win purely
I
because
really like
my
for
region, that's it.
and for the team and for the roster, I want them to
Yeah.
win one
Same.
international trophy. I really want them to for Pacific as well.
Yeah.
Pacific Pride.
I just wanted Monyet to win with PaperX.
I mean,
Sad.
now RRQ on here.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
but now he's not there now.
Oh wait, let me put it that perspective. Actually, ask you, Rushi sir. Monyet was with PaperX while you beat RRQ now 2-0. Now he's there in the other side. Do you think you can beat them with Monyet on their side?
We don't have a match against RRQ.
No,
so
in playoffs. In playoffs.
In
let's say.
playoffs,
I'm
sure.
optimistic. You make it.
Yeah,
And
they get to playoffs, we get to playoffs. That's going to be a very interesting matchup. I know we already have a match against Genji where we play against Texture. So I'm really waiting for that match. That's going to be fun. We were really hoping that we get a chance to play RRQ. The last time we went up against them in Split 1 now, we beat them 2-0. And this was actually the 4th time that G went up against RRQ. So, and the previous 3 times we had lost. All of them were with different rosters. So I'm glad we won this time. I'm hoping now we can change the streak around and we continue beating them even next time onwards, even though they have Monyet. Although, yeah, their roster does look a lot stronger with Monyet.
yeah.
just want PaperX to win. That's all. I've been a PaperX fanboy since 2021, since the time they opened, and Forsaken, because I was watching him from CS as well. Forsaken wins, like the GOAT is
For
secure.
our region and for Nikhil, that's it.
Yeah.
I want PaperX to win.
Absolutely. I think
Technically, India winning. Let's go.
कि ये technicality हमारे लिए भी use कर लिया करो।
अरे technicality with G is just like full blown. I
अभी
did
Shanghai के लिए बात कर रहे हैं उस
हाँ, Shanghai. Okay, let's stick to Shanghai.
yeah,
I
let's
did-
stick to Shanghai, not the champion.
I did full puja and all for you guys the day, against when you guys played against I think it was RR, not RR, I think it was against Talon. Yeah, it was against Talon.
If it was RRQ, I would have said it worked, but now.
It did because next match was RRQ. It was delayed effect.
अच्छा,
It's
हाँ.
there. It's there.
इधर से वहां जाने तो थोड़ा टाइम
I
लगा.
mean, Talon could have won Talon also, but we threw it, so it almost worked.
What do you think has changed from Madrid to Shanghai that you see complete shift in terms of different teams showing up, and as you rightly said, Sentinels and Loud didn't even make it into the this thing.
I definitely think the kickoff format. We had 2 games, and unfortunately for us, our first game was against Zeta, and our third game was again against Zeta. So we lost both those matches, and we just at this point cursed against Zeta because even the third time we lost. So it's just the format. The kickoff format was very unforgiving, which usually all Riot formats are very, very unforgiving. Even you also at LAN, it was a single elimination in the first match. Yeah, so playoffs gets very unforgiving, and that's what happens. And in kickoff, that's what happened. But now in stage 1, there was a lot more time. You had a lot more matches. There was more time for each of the rosters to mature, get stage time. Like I know that happened with our roster. The first few matches, they looked so lost on stage. By the time they actually got their bearings and understood what was going on, it was too late. We missed our opportunity. And I think that happened with a lot of other rosters as well, a lot of other teams. So even teams that made it to Madrid somehow didn't get, because of the different format this time, in stage 1 didn't make it to playoffs and couldn't go ahead. Unfortunate for Sentinels. G2 had a blast though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had a blast.
They made it all the way through.
But you think the roster overall, like, I mean, this time it looked very more matured and it looked like, they were playing like a team, right?
The G2 roster?
No. I'm talking about GE.
Our roster?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think our roster has really, really evolved. I would say in the last 6 weeks, they have evolved more in the 6 months before that. Because before that, they were going in blind. They were practicing, they were scrimming, they were doing what they were supposed to do till they actually went on stage and experienced that, the loss, the everything, even the wins, till they didn't go up on stage and actually experience the exposure. I don't think it really sunk in. And after that, their practice, the way they've been doing everything has been brilliant. Now,
Stage jitter, man. It's
Yeah.
like it's not going away. It should be gone by now, but I hope hopefully stage 2.
it did. I would say the second half of the stage it did. It's just unfortunate that we had a Paper X game smack dab in between. And Paper X, there was no doubt about it. Like that, I'm not even going to be delusional and say, "Ki अरे यार 19-20 का फर्क था, हरा देते." They were like miles ahead. They were far better players, and there was no competition. Like I will say, like,
It's just stage time, as you're saying. It's just stage time that needs that has to happen. It has to happen for any roster at any stage. Even for VCSA, even at VCT, you have to play
They
those
need to win
games.
as a team. They need to lose as a team.
Yeah.
Both needs to happen. Like even for Fnatic, imagine winning all of last year and then not even making
even
it past
qualifying,
the
yeah.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Like for them, imagine their mental, like what they had to go through, and then they fought their way back, and then they won stage 1 now, and now have got top seed again and are going into this international event, and they are also fighting for the trophy because they have to now come back. So for them, they have won together as a team, then they lost together as a team, so they have to learn to come back and climb together as a team.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing for every roster. I think all the rosters that are there only to climb and win that trophy. That's the only intent. I don't think there's anyone in VCT or even in Challengers that is sitting over there saying like, हाँ ठीक है देख लेंगे जीते तो जीते हो जाएगा. We are just here because हम लोग बोर हो रहे थे घर पे. Everyone is like, yeah, we have to find a way to win. We're spending a lot of money doing this. Can we quickly brush upon VCL SA since that happened like literally just abhi? There are some burning questions that I have for Rohit.
I mean, sure.
Please burn away.
Burn away.
No, wo to now you will do now after getting Grayfoxes.
Already getting burnt.
Yeah, I was there for the LAN at the LAN for like one day.
What happened?
But I don't know. I mean, the team didn't look like they were playing.
Why were there only for a
together.
day? You are so confident the team is not going to get finals.
No. I had booked my ticket, but then I just booked an earlier ticket. What would I do?
They took everyone back.
No. I just went myself. They just stayed to watch the grand final. I think all the players need to start trusting each other before even being called a team. I think that's not there. We're going to try to work and solve that whole problem together, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, whether we are going to, I mean, whether we'll probably continue with this roster, whether we want to keep this roster or not, or whether we even want to do Valorant going forward. Because this was my last attempt to,
But isn't Split 2 the one that really counts coming up now?
It does, and like, I mean, with this whole roster, when we actually put the whole roster together with the kind of players we have, with their whole pedigree and stuff, we thought, SA would be very, very easy. They dominate SA without, and currently it's like, the roster seems like a whole online roster where they are like,
They
class
were doing well in
online,
the
shit
group
online.
stages. In all the group stages, they did well.
Yeah. They did well in Split 1 also. They went like they were unbeaten in Split 1, but then
all the way till LAN, and then they lost. Same
yeah,
thing happening now.
in LAN also, I think the first we played our first match against True Rippers, and
I see what
we
you did there.
played with True Rippers the first match at LAN in Split 1. We won that, but then after that again, we lost against Grayfox, and then they went on to win the entire scene. But then, since then there have been issues that I think the team is trying to fix internally. We even got a coach right before Cup 2. He actually started a couple of sessions just before
Okay.
Cup 2 on, just basically.
So we haven't gotten a chance to see your coach.
Yeah, we've not announced him yet.
So right now only the coach, no backend staff, nothing else.
What do you mean by backend stuff?
Say
Like
performance
analyst
coach,
and all.
analyst or
Performance,
coach,
mental
or
coach.
mental coach or something like that.
No, I mean, we are not franchise. No, I mean, you all spend all that money. We don't.
I mean, I think all esports. I think all esports teams should have a performance coach, and
Yeah, we should. I mean, we'll have it for our CS Europe roster for sure.
yeah,
We
so
actually already got like a.
you can use that to also for your different
I'll
platforms.
share resources.
Share resources.
I mean, let's see. I mean, that'll only happen if we still keep the roster, no?
Fair.
Yeah.
One could possibly be leaving. What about the one that's coming in?
It's like, close friend. I trust him. And plus, Japan is one country that I haven't been to. So there is a chance that I can go there if the team wins. So these are the only two things that I've technically, I would say, motivated to get it. And it's pretty open, plain and simple. I just want to do it for Split 2 and
Fair.
Ascension. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing
And
more.
Grayfox already won the previous LAN, right?
Previous LAN, they won, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a fairly good chance. Although
Team
MSC
is
looking
there.
strong.
It's a good team. It is a promising team, I would say. Definitely a top 3 team. That's where I put them. But I would not say ki we will win it for sure. Because we know for a fact that Split 1 was more of trial and error, trying to just get used to the conditions, just get used to playing matches on a regular basis. It was only that Split 2 is what matters, and everybody knows it, and that's where all the teams are.
This is where the real try hard will come.
Yeah, this is where people will really come out with their A game, with their new strategies, lineups, metas, whatever you call it. We all know that. That's always there.
And you're keeping everything the same, or are we going to see some more surprises?
No, nothing. I've not changed or not even discussed about changing the lineup as such because there is a certain unity in this playing 5. They trust each other better. The comms
And
are
that's just
clearer.
an event, not too
Yeah,
long.
yeah. So this one event, yeah, they had multiple issues leading up to
Second,
this
third
event.
in this land, right? Joby Hua, the most recent VCLSA one. For that
Yeah,
event?
third and fourth. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first game they lost. Yeah,
Third, fourth, yeah. With Revenant.
with
Revenant.
Don't need to rub it in.
I'm not rubbing it in.
yeah, with Revenant. I mean, we lost with them. Yeah.
No, that basically both of y'all have top 4 teams. So that's
Top 4 teams for sure. Yeah.
yeah. I mean those are the 4 teams that made it to land. Those are the 4
So at
teams.
least now we can say that you can build up on this.
Huh.
That's pretty much it. I mean, what Rohit told is what I have already done after last year.
Right.
understanding where Valorant is and where it is going to go. I mean, speaking to you, speaking to a couple of people at Riot, understanding people who are already in franchise and what are they looking at going forward. It didn't make sense for me to do something from scratch,
Sure.
because you know what you can do. So it's just like, be ready, be prepared. When the opportunity arises, you can directly jump and catch on to it
Right.
come 27. So that's what I was looking at, that's what I was aiming at. And we've tried multiple things. We've also spoken to Bonkers right when
Yeah,
the
you were trying,
Convergence
you were
event,
trying for
yeah,
other agent.
when we were at Convergence, we were having a word about it as well. So that didn't happen for multiple reasons. And then uh, so I just didn't want to invest in any other lineup as such. And then when this
In
came
between, you were
forward,
researching for a NA Challengers lineup as
NA
well.
Challengers lineup as well, which OR dropped, which I was supposed to take.
Right.
But again, you have to manage it. I'm not fully moved into US yet. I'm still waiting for my green card to come. So in between these kind of things, I didn't feel like, we should invest into some other lineup in SA, where again you end up having the same result what I had last year. So didn't want to go into that route. But then comes Cup 2 Split 1, and I have all sorts of messages from multiple different lineups. Some of you guys know it already, but
Mm.
yeah, it's like that. I mean, it's scary, to be honest. Coming from our point of view, Rushi, where we spearheaded the entire Valo SA,
Yeah.
and we've
On a
taken it
very
to
different time, 2, 3 years.
very
It was very different.
yes. So from where we started to where we took it to where it is now, it is sad and it is little scary, to be very honest.
Fair enough. And I feel a lot of people look at it in a way that GE and Velocity have almost abandoned Valorant India.
Yeah,
So a lot of people do look at it that way.
yeah.
And I'd love to understand Universe's point of view on the VCSA event that just happened, and just on seeing everything from a third person perspective. I know you have been watching everything from the sidelines for a while now. Would
Yeah.
love to hear what your thoughts are on this event.
So there, of course, is a lot of when it comes to purely competitive side. I think that it's at least better than what it was last year, where OG was basically rambling the competition, and
Is
there
it
was
though, because the same roster just won like yesterday?
yeah,
So
they did, but they're not unbeatable.
sure,
They're not
I
unbeatable.
yeah, fair enough.
And that's one thing that I really appreciated coming into this time, because there is a clear winning formula for MLT. But the fact of the matter is that they were beaten by the same team that they beat in the finals back in group stage. Two Rippers did beat them. And in my opinion, very clearly, True Rippers are still one of my favorites to go through.
Absolutely.
Although
I
I
think
have
the
my
team
allegiances with
and
VLT.
Grayfox have been doing really, really well in the
Yeah,
last months.
I think they're the one team that can actually compete in terms of chemistry. Have team comms at a good level, understand each other's play styles and stuff. Speaking about what Anna pointed out, that scary thing that about the org side of things. We had a conversation just the 2 days ago. Anna and I, for a video of mine, I had a conversation with Rohit as well.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, our conversation is still
yeah,
going.
yeah. So I think it is a little, unfortunate that as quickly as orgs come into, trying to establish themselves in Valorant, they're bowing out just as quickly, because I don't think they understand the level of commitment that you require to run an esports organization like you guys have, all three of you. And they are also, I would say, at least more inexperienced, at least when it comes to running a business which is high burn, slow return, or you could say long return for that matter. So,
I
uh,
have you no return, but sure.
okay, that you guys know it better. No return. There you go.
No,
But
no, there is a return. He's just joking.
there is okay. There is
Don't
a
say
return.
it. Don't put
No,
it.
there is some return. I
That's why I
didn't mean
said
it in that
slow
way.
and long returns. Slow
Yeah.
and long
It's
return.
few people get there. The problem is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it boils down to one and only thing, which I think Anna pointed out really well in the talk we had. That was, if the money that you have is not in your command. If it's not you who's saying yes or no to the money that's being paid out to players, if it's not being paid out to your staff, then you shouldn't come into this space. But if you are under the orders of somebody else and one day they say no, that single org overnight can just turn sour and leave the scene like it's nothing. So it is very difficult to watch this happen. But I'm glad that the players are trying to push for an Ascension performance better than last time.
I hope so because last year the roster seemed undefeated and then could not secure a single win. So I really want this year that, I mean, what would be great is for another team from India to join us in IL. That will be like the ideal scenario. But I have been seeing some of the competition because our team is regularly scrimming against the other challengers team as well. And in fact, we got a chance to scrim some of the VCLSA teams as well. I don't think we've scrimmed Revenant yet. The others we have against. So it's been interesting to see the kind of competition that's there. I think it's going to be a lot harder than last year. I think last year was difficult, but this year it's going to be a lot harder. So I'm glad to see teams like Grayfox and True Ripper step up. They really do need to, especially if they're going to have to face the kind of talent that is there currently. I mean, if MLT makes it again, they have the experience. They've been on that stage before. They know what that loss is like. I think they have I would just say a better shot because they've been at that stage last year as well. So a second shot would probably just improve their chances. But even a team like Grey Fox, True Ripper, or Revenant for that matter, going on that stage is going to have to really step it up to face the competition from the rest of the regions.
I have a feeling this season or next season, one of the Indian teams will qualify to the.
To IL,
Yeah.
for sure.
I have a feeling because each year has been a big drastic change.
Honestly, I think this year is the biggest chance we have because there are better teams out there. Yes, Fennel has been doing really well. Now, so still just as good. Boom is now slowly building up, and Alter Ego also. But they, in my opinion, I don't think they're as strong as they were previously. And I think VLT or True Rippers or Revenant, if Revenant are able to solve their problems by then and move on, at least in my opinion, True Rippers and VLT right now stand the best chance to at least make top 4 Ascension, if not anything else, to make give a statement out that we're not down where we were last year. We've come much more ahead.
And I think we're also seeing a lot of players from Tier 1 last year who are now competing at challengers across various leagues. And that's been happening with multiple teams. I know in our region, Rossi is playing as well. So that really brings a lot of experience that wasn't there before and a lot of talents from Tier 2 that have moved up to VCT now. We're seeing players like Karen that came from ranked and are now absolutely dominating with Genji. And Texture, of course, was doing a
No,
great
one thing that needs to happen with these SA teams, like whoever is making into Ascension, the problem comes with adaptability. Our players have a fixed mindset,
Right.
game plan. If somebody tries to break it, which they will, because that's how the teams in Japan, Korea, Thailand are trained. The players are like that. They're bred like that. The mindset is like that. That truly breaks you. That is where it is very hard for you to come out of it. It doesn't matter if coach is very strong, coach is taking a timeout, talking to the team. It just takes one or two weaklings in the team. Could be young talent not having experience, uh, stage fear, whatever it might be. That is what I think our players have to overcome at some point of time, which only happens when we get these players, like you said, Rossi playing here, he will not have that issue.
Yeah.
Or our players consistently screaming against some top tier teams, which is not very easy being in India, because you don't get access to Tokyo servers where you have Japanese teams playing, which are like the cream of FPS gaming. If you ask me, the Korean players or the Japan players who are there, they need to have a taste of that kind of gameplay.
Right. No, I
Once
think
that is
definitely the gap between tier 2 and tier 1 is slowly becoming more and more blurred because even when we scrim teams, there are some VCD teams that we scrim against, and we realize that they're, the competition, the way it is when we play against some challengers teams is very different. Like there are some challengers teams that are even more competitive than some current VCD rosters. So it becomes very interesting to see how, just because of the way the VCT structure is layered, that a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 is kind of laid out. But in reality, that's not necessarily where the skill gap is right now. There are still very competitive teams at the challengers level, at the Ascension level as well. It's not like that's just a blanket lower level of Valorant.
Yeah. No,
Masters
as you
will-
said, I think this year I honestly also feel, even though I didn't have a team to begin with, I honestly felt that this year the way they were playing, when I was seeing the cup one, I really felt that there is a difference in terms of how we are approaching the game as such. IGLs were different. There are new players that have come in, the mindset, the thinking process. All this is different to what we have seen in the last 3 years, at least.
I think the game is finally maturing. It feels.
Maturing, yeah.
Right now, everyone's in the fence in SA to have a team and play. Like, no, they don't see a future for it. What changes should be there, like from the publisher or from the right SA team, or what do you think there should be some change to carry on?
I think from last year to now, they made a lot of changes to, make sure that organizations do settle down and everything. But very honestly, from a monetization point of view, because the viewership is not like, what traditionally that, BGMI or Free Fire would get. It's very, very hard to, probably get sponsors to come and back you, especially the endemic brands.
Sure.
Like, I mean, if I want to get a HyperX, or if I want to get, like, we have AMD, but if I want to get another sort of endemic brand to come and back me, it's not going to happen basis 1,000 concurrent. Even though we can make a statement saying that Rossi is a part of our team. We did individual deals for Rossi, like we had Creo, we had Alienware, and everyone who worked with Rossi. But I think from a commercial point of view, and from a point of view of sustaining the roster in that way, it's still very hard. There's no viewership,
Fair.
and I
What
think
do you feel can be done to increase the viewership?
now hopefully that VLT is back, and with Rossi playing in the league, maybe that would bring the viewership. But I mean, a lot has already been lost. Like, I mean,
I
I'm sure
doubt.
I'm
Sorry
sure
to
it's
cut you off, but I doubt it's not the VLT
yeah.
brand anymore. It's the quality of Valorant that our audience has seen.
I agree.
With let it be Bings, let it be T-Bone, let it be all these watch parties that have been happening. The quality of Valorant, or the fierce competition that they have seen, it is just not there. And as a viewer, you notice it, you understand it.
To
Even though
be
you're not playing, you might be a guy who is just a gold or a platinum rank. As long as you're playing the game, you understand the difference between what is up there and what is here, and
No, for
that
sure.
discourages you from going ahead and saying that this is pure talent, this is the top tier gameplay which I want to watch going forward. Like 2 years down the line, VLT and GE played close to 25 tournaments just against each other, where we didn't
yeah.
even touch an international tournament. Okay, we had PvP, but the game was too young at that point of time. But until LCQ,
Right.
none of us have actually gone out and seen the wild, wild west that is there in APAC.
To be
So,
fair, I think there is one thing that, like, I agree that, GVLT had that monopoly in terms of keeping the scene, like, with the storylines. Like, and me as a caster, somebody who watches, every time there's G versus VLT, I've always got something to look back on, because even though domestically you've achieved that much, one thing you said was very correct, that until LCQ, until the international circuit opened up, there was no expectation that people had that, that an Indian team should do this, should do that. Plus, you guys came third in PvP back then, which was also a significant thing that, okay, you know what, we still can compete internationally. It's a new game. Now people have expectations, people want stuff, people want more. They want
Yeah.
G to do well, they want an Indian team to qualify for Ascension and do better. I think, at least from somebody who watches the game purely from, enjoying Valorant perspective, I would say until and unless a team goes from Ascension to the IL, or maybe at least comes top two, gives a fight, shows that they can beat some of the bigger teams in the Challengers League, let alone even G coming to Masters, or going to Masters, or making the champions this year or next year, whenever it is. If GE makes it to champs, yeah, it's gonna be great, but it's not gonna be as much of a push as I believe that a VCLSA team can go from ground zero all the way to IL. Until that transition happens straight forward, I don't think the viewership is going to improve because people just want some Indian team to, I think, prove their
I think
worth
we
of.
let them down. That's what you're trying to say. We've let the viewers down.
Yeah, sort of.
Like if you take OG's example last year, the kind of domination they did, you obviously build up the hopes
Yeah.
leading into Ascension. And once you reach Ascension and the kind of result you get,
Yeah, I
it's
think more than that, with the competition that GVLT had created, we kind of built this glass ceiling. And then when we transcended and started competing internationally, we broke that glass ceiling. And suddenly everyone saw that, hey, the highest tier of competition is not GE velocity,
yeah.
it is beyond that. And then they saw Ascension, and then they saw Masters, and then they saw Champions. And they're like, oh wait, real game ka skill yahan chal raha hai. Hum to abhi bahut dur hai. We have a long way to go.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And
that
that's
was that was also because the publisher at that point of time let esports grow like the way it had to.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't really care about the number of third party tournaments. I remember TEC used to have like a event. It was like a whole IP that they used to have every month, Gauntlet or something like
Gauntlet,
that.
Gauntlet,
yeah.
yeah.
They did it for
Yeah.
6 to 8, no,
Yeah.
for a year almost they did it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Sky had so many events. They had SCS in Chennai, which was such a good event. But then eventually, I think since last year, there was just a split one, split two, and
One
just like
convergence.
one. Yeah, I mean,
See,
one
so
convergence that started.
while in SA the viewership may have dropped, but if you overall look at the viewership of Valorant as a whole, it's gone up. Like even if you look at Masters, the Masters Madrid event that just happened broke all the Valorant viewership records that were there, even of the international events. So while on a local, regional level, the viewership here has dropped, the game as a whole, the esport as a whole, has grown tremendously. Like
I
all
mean,
records
again,
are broken.
that's leading to the point that people want to watch only that high tier stuff.
But
Correct.
that's also classic, right? I mean, they did that with League of Legends also. I mean,
And I think we could attest a lot of it to, of course, the storyline being that Sentinels came back to a Masters for the first
Yeah.
time after 3 years. We
Absolutely.
we had a
Absolutely.
Spanish team in Spain playing Heretics, so there were a lot. I think there were a lot of contributing factors because that's one thing I want to draw contrast to Shanghai now. Like, what's going to happen here? Like, I know for a fact it's going to drop, but I want to see how hard is it going to drop now that
Sure. I
we
mean,
don't
we
have.
had all the big name teams last time at Madrid from NA. We had Sentinels and Loud, the two of the
Yeah.
highest viewership teams. Both of them haven't made it this time to Masters.
Yep.
So Shanghai is going to be very, very interesting.
From this topic, I want to backtrack to the previous topic where we had about these T2 teams, especially Indian players, should think about themselves perform better, because I know few international teams that are looking at the T2 league right now. T1 teams looking at T2 league where they are planning to pick players from.
100%.
So and some teams I can't name.
Stop leaking our plans.
And some teams there are in
I'm
Korea,
sorry to whichever team we break.
there are some teams in Korea and Singapore, whatever. They are specifically what they're doing is they're grooming players to send them to the league. So they have this whole model around that, and I have more teams like should happen like that, should do that, and
That is what the entire ecosystem will go up to, right? Because all your players are looking to get into franchise
yeah.
and looking at franchise owners to help them out in that aspect. And owners also will look at who is the right pick based on the tournaments that they are playing or whatever Ascension, it could be the Challenger League, whatever is it.
Yeah.
That's the only way you figure out that yes, this guy has potential and this is where I have to invest my time, resources, money, everything into it.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to happen. That's what I told my players also. Just don't look at it like an Ascension tournament or a Challengers tournament where you have to beat Revenant or MLT or True Rippers. Look at yourself as a individual who is performing outside the game as well. Could be a leaderboard grind. How effective are you there? Even after you practicing for your scrims, even after you doing your homework and all that, you still have to make sure you are there on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
And plus, you have to show that leaderboard grind, whatever you got as an experience inside the game, which is outside what your coach taught you, outside what your teammates expect you to do. So you have to bring in that X factor.
That I don't see any of the players doing right now,
Yeah,
honestly.
they're not. Which is the first meeting which I had with them when I took them. Is this is the first thing which I told to Godspeed, told to all the players. This is, think of these 90 days. You have to be selfless. You have to be selfish.
Yeah.
I'm not even expecting the guy next to me to help me. You have to think for yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to forget these 90 days. You don't have any other life. You are coming to Hyderabad, boot camp is given to you, every resource is provided, you are forgetting everything else. If you can't sacrifice 90 days in your esports career, don't expect an organization is going to come and sign you for 100,000 USD. It's not going to happen.
But
It
not
is
only,
never going to happen.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Not only performance. Yes, you should be selfish, but not only performance-wise. You need to showcase that you are more comfortable people who are new as well.
Yeah. That
So
X factor, you have to bring in that X factor. You have to prove
see-
that you have something else other than the game.
Yeah.
First, go with DRG. Sure, let's go with DRG. Universe,
I say 9/12. I don't think DRG right now will be able to do more. Maybe at max one win. I don't even think so. But 9/12, I think, is right where they belong.
Anna,
9-12 for me as well.
same. Rohit?
Yeah,
Wait,
9-12.
before I even ask you, Rohit, how much Valorant do you watch? Do you know all of these teams and their rosters?
Yeah, I watch all esports.
I'm checking.
Not like that.
Or
No,
esports,
I'm not putting
my
it.
God.
He keeps saying I never watch Valorant. I have to make sure.
So
Okay.
apart from MOBA, I watch most FPS.
Okay.
It's just that I enjoy watching another game.
I think we can put DRG in 9/12. I think it's a fair assumption to have them there. Let's go FUT.
FUT, I honestly would put them.
They give Fnatic a tough fight, I'll say that.
I'd say honestly, fifth, sixth. I would put fifth, sixth.
Fifth, sixth?
Yeah.
Anna, Rohit, where are you guys at?
Third, fourth for me.
Third, fourth?
I think third,
Yeah.
fourth, yeah.
I think between third, fourth, and fifth, sixth as well.
Yeah, even I'm confused with the same thing.
Yeah, put it in between. Let's.
Yeah, can we put
50-50.
between
Yeah.
third, fourth, and fifth, sixth?
Yeah. No.
I think it's okay. I think I'll also put it third, fourth. Go ahead.
In post,
No, but
anyway, in the
ठीक
post-
है, we might have to adjust it later when the other
पोस्ट
teams
में
follow.
नीचे वो बीच में लाइन में डाल दो. हाँ.
You would rather have them in third, fourth?
showing them. Yeah.
Okay, let's put them third, fourth for now.
Okay.
Next, we have our dear friends at T1. मेरे को मारेंगे T1 वाले.
I agree. I would probably say 9/12 as well.
Gary? Gary wants to say something mean. Anna, 9/12? Let's just put them there without saying anything further. I love you guys. Like, I really want to see another Susanto Brothers match, but I think
Not happening.
Not this time, at least.
yeah. Leviathan. Ooh, this is interesting.
Leviathan.
Aspas. Gary, let's start with Gary. Gary, where would you put
I'm not saying
Leviathan?
anything. This whole.
No, you
whole
start. Fast.
list, I'm not saying
Quick,
anything.
don't waste time. He has to go.
If Leviathan wins against Genji in a big scoreline, they're coming second.
Oh, Sida. If Leviathan wins against Genji, they come second. If Leviathan loses,
I said in a big scoreline.
okay. If they lose,
If they lose, they will be about. I would say third, fourth. Yeah.
third, fourth. Either second or third, fourth. Okay.
Honestly, I don't think they're going to go ahead of 7th, 8th, but
Seventh,
no. I'm gonna go 5th, 6th. I'm gonna put them. I would say 5th,
as
6th, 6th, yeah.
I think third, fourth
third, fourth.
because of Aspas.
I'll give it that. I'll also let's put them third, fourth for now. Let's give it now. Aspas and Com both are. I would say at least for now. Maybe we might have to move them later. See,
the
there's a
only
lot more
reason
teams coming.
The only reason I'm saying that if they beat Genji in a big scoreline is because they'll have enough time to fix their problems right now. They have quite a problem, and Aspas is right now with the showboat who's performing a lot and carrying the team.
Okay.
Just they should synchronize, and if they do that, yeah.
Okay. What about FPX?
9/12. No
9/12.
question.
I think FPX will be more than 9/12. They'll be about 7th, 8th again. I have a feeling. FPX.
You
is
say
going to-
9/12?
FPX is going to
I say
somehow
9/12.
pull something from the bag, yeah. But 9/12, yeah.
I think Heretics right now are in a really good form, and I think the first match is against Heretics.
Yeah, 9/12.
I don't think they're beating
Okay,
Heretics.
let's put FPX in 9/12 for now.
FPX is against Foot.
Foot, I think, in the open.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, FPX
I mean,
is
foot is
FPT,
still
yeah. Yeah.
I would still say they don't beat Foot either. No, like,
Yeah, 9-12. Let's put them in
Still a
9-12.
good team.
FPX goes 9-12. And even in this, let's put DRG last. Like even in the 9-12.
wow, that's
Just to have
bro,
them.
why-
sort
why-
of the
Oh, that's
win.
toxic.
I mean, I'm not
Mostly being toxic, guys.
I would say FPX and T1 are better than DRG.
Toxic
That's
or
why.
toxic?
No, that's just being toxic.
Incoming fans saying DRG in Masters VRG.
Okay.
He started by saying that he doesn't have any negative and he's just put the last team last, guys.
And he's saying he's the first one to say everything. Huh?
Okay, G2. Let's go G2. You want them to win, Rohit? Straight
Yeah,
forward.
but I think, very
That's
honestly,
what-
I think they'll be 5th, 6th, maybe. I'm not sure.
Third, fourth for me.
Honestly, I think 7th, 8th. I do not see them beating the rest of the teams down
I
there
think
unless EDG.
where your vote will now be the tiebreaker.
I'm not saying anything.
I think you have to.
Then
your
put
vote-
them in between.
No, you can't. Your vote will be tiebreaker. So choose. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th, 8th. Wherever you say it goes there as a tiebreaker.
They'll win their first match. They're in T1, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
T6.
I feel they'll be T1.
5th, 6th?
5th, 6th.
5th, 6th. Let's go put G2 in 5th, 6th. The fun teams now. EDG.
I think 3rd, 4th.
7th, 8th.
Seventh,
I
eighth.
think 7th, 8th.
7th, 8th.
I think EDG is great in their region.
Yeah.
I think they do end up not performing as well against other teams. Not for any other reason. It's just that I don't know. I feel they haven't done well at international events so
Do
far.
these Chinese teams have access to come out and play scrim against these teams?
They do. We scrim on the Korean server and the Hong Kong server with them regularly.
Okay.
They
But
scrim
still, I
well.
don't see them as a threat to be.
Yeah,
Not
Relatively
yet.
speaking.
Not yet.
7th,
But
8th. That's I think.
What
7th,
three
8th.
international events is what they had, or 4 international events, right?
More. I think 4.
4, yeah. I mean, yeah, 7th, 8th.
7th.
7th, 8th. Okay. Heretics. Where are we putting Heretics now? They've been playing really good. I think they have. I am absolutely amazed by Benji Fishy. Absolutely amazed.
I would put G2 down 1 and put Heretics 5th, 6th. That's just me.
Sure. I'll also say Minibu is not playing, I believe.
Oh, then 7th, 8th.
Oh my God.
No, Minibu is not playing.
7th, 8th, 7th, 8th. Heretics 7th, 8th.
Same thing last. He said same thing in.
No, but this time I think they have said, one of their players, not Minibu, one of their players is not playing.
whatever it is.
Then difficult then. 7th, 8th only.
So they're playing with a sub.
7th, 8th.
Gen G.
9, 12th.
Huh?
Oh, no. Yeah. They're playing Leviton, no, first.
Yeah, but it's a Swiss bracket, so it doesn't matter.
They are.
Then bro is 7th, 8th.
Mhm.
Wait, 7th, 8th, can you put Heretics there for now? Now Gen G. Rohit, you're saying 7th, 8th.
Yeah, I think, I don't think they'll do 9,
Now
12th,
what do you
7th.
think for Gen G? So then, unfortunately, G2 will have to go 9, 12th or Heretics.
Yeah.
Which one are we pushing down?
Heretics will push down.
Heretics? Okay, let's push Heretics to 9, 12th.
Heretics.
Yeah, imagine sub what to do.
Genji beside Foot.
Okay, Gen G foot. Okay, this looks reasonable. I can live with this.
I think 7th, 8th.
Gen G even lower.
Even lower.
Wow, we have a Gen G hater right here.
No, I'm not a hater, but I don't know. I think G2 will do better than them.
I still feel EDG will be 5th and 6th.
5th, 6th.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I think they'll be 5th and 6th.
Okay.
And maybe Gen G and G2.
Let's
7th, 8th.
come back to Gen G. I think
we'll come back.
Gen G EDG can be swapped, or EDG can go up and G2 can stay there. But okay, let's focus on the other three now, the fun ones. Let's go with Fnatic first. What are we doing for Fnatic? First, second, third.
First.
Second.
Second,
Third, 4th.
Second.
third, fourth. I think third, fourth is Rohit. What do
I
you
think they'll win it.
You think they'll win it?
Yeah.
Oh, we are broken up on this. We have first, we have 2 votes for second, 2 votes for third, fourth, and 1 for first. Emmy, do you want to come in for the tiebreaker?
Huh.
Fnatic.
Third, fourth? Okay. Third, fourth it
I have a
is.
reason for that is because
I want these two in the finals. I actually wanted a 100 Thieves Paper X finals.
Right now,
I think that's like a dream finals for me.
Yeah, right now Fnatic isn't performing as
Yeah.
they should be. They're still they still won.
Yeah.
But
they're the best team, but it didn't look like they washed everyone like last season. They struggled and they earned their keep. So
even I still want that 100 Thieves and Paper X final. So I just want
100 Thieves Paper X finals.
Yeah.
Paper X wins.
Paper X wins, 100 Thieves second.
Yeah.
But I think Heretics is going to win this event.
Oh wow.
But
They're playing with a sub, Emmy.
very out there take.
I think can we put Emmy also then 9th, 13th?
Okay, so let's all say this. Everyone is in agreement that between Paper X and 100 Thieves, Paper X is going to win this all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
100%.
let's put Paper X at 1 and 100
In
Thieves
my
at
heart,
2.
Paper X should. I want Paper X to win. That's why I have.
Okay,
Paper X and
now that we have this, now let's say who wants to move which team around, and it becoming very close.
I think Fnatic would come second. And,
Yeah, I think Fnatic will come
Fnatic second, I agree.
100 Thieves third, fourth.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move that. Emmy.
Again,
NA Pacific Grand Finals.
EDG should be higher. I still feel EDG should be higher than where they are placed.
So who's switching? Who goes down?
It's either Foot
Or Genji? Yeah.
or Leviathan.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think Leviathan will go
If
7th?
If Leviathan doesn't perform as I think they should be performing. If they don't perform that
Oh, okay.
then,
Gary is having some very hot takes here.
yeah, they will either go 7th, 8th, or they will go 3rd, 4th. So I would have EDG higher.
So basically, you would either swap Leviathan and EDG.
Yeah.
It could go either ways. Okay, fair enough. I can understand. I think this is looking fairly realistic. I would personally swap Fnatic and 100 Thieves again.
Yeah, even
Because I really
would
want to see a
swap
100
that.
Thieves Fnatic Grand Finals.
Yeah,
So
I
it's just
would
like
want.
what I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to see NA in top 2. To be
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
And of course, Nadeshot said on his stream that if his team goes to finals, he will fly down to Shanghai. And wouldn't that be fun?
My team was
Fair enough.
I would have been there only from the start. But yeah.
ठीक है वो our team didn't qualify ना तो ठीक है जले पे
That's why I'm here now.
sitting and commenting on other teams yes and let's put Fnatic before Leviathan so at least Leviathan goes 4th and Fnatic is 3rd.
If you did that, if you did this,
So then you want EDG
can you switch EDG and FUT and Leviathan with? So just switch. So EDG goes 5th and 6th. Actually, yeah,
Third and
EDG
fourth.
goes 5th and 6th,
5th and 6th, okay.
and
FUT goes up and Leviathan comes down.
Yeah.
So Leviathan
That's
goes in
right,
place of
I would
EDG.
go.
EDG goes in place of FUT. FUT goes in.
I don't know why. I just like FUT. I met them.
Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I can concur with that.
Sorry, what was that? What am I doing here?
EDG goes 1 up, FUT goes 1 up, and Leviathan goes 2 down.
Oh my God, what happened to you guys?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Exactly.
No.
What happened to us?
वो correct ही था.
No.
G2 above.
No. Let this see. Just in case
This is
Aspas
wrong.
pop off, Aspas goes straight up, right?
This is wrong, guys.
I know.
I think
That's
we'll
what.
get a lot of hate.
Where would you want to move this, Anna?
Leviathan has to be at least 5th, 6th. It cannot be 7th, 8th.
So Genji goes down 7th, 8th?
Yeah,
EDG
Yeah.
only goes down.
No. EDG also is.
EDG
I
is
think Genji,
unfortunately
yeah.
already seed 1, so they are far
Yeah,
away.
Genji will go down.
Yeah, then basically Genji goes down then.
Okay, so let's swap Genji and Leviathan, Emmy.
No. Genji, I want them to be.
That's why I said 7, 8, and then you all say I don't watch Valorant.
Okay, this is more realistic. Although I would like to see Genji higher up, I think this is more realistic.
No. Fnatic
No.
second.
Guys, listen.
No, Fnatic can't be second.
Not realistic
100
whatsoever.
This is very accurate, guys. Please screenshot this and blame Gary.
This is not accurate at all. This is what we want
Yes.
to happen in Shanghai.
Basically, what we are saying in short is Paper X is winning Masters Shanghai.
Yeah.
In short now. That's the TLDR.
Just imagine now if Dragon Ranger Gaming wins everything.
Oh, wow. Anna, what do you have? What are you looking forward to most at Masters Shanghai?
This Masters is, unexpected teams are there in the top list, which we didn't see in Madrid. So I want to see what would be the viewership count, considering that these teams are not the most loved teams per se, but the talented, most talented team. So let's see what happens in that context. So want to see that, and obviously want one trophy, yaar, APAC ke liye.
Pacific
We
Trophy.
need one.
I
We
think
need
one
that.
thing that's also really going to impact the viewership is the timing. The fact that it is 1 p.m. India time and 4 p.m. India time also means that it is going to be like 1 in the morning in LA,
Yeah.
like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. New York time. So we are going to get a lot less viewership from North America, which is more of a reason why I want 100 Thieves to make it to the finals.
Sure.
At least all the Americans stay awake and watch.
Yeah, yeah.
The same, I want I want Fnatic and PRX final.
Nice.
I think Fnatic will win, but obviously, for Pacific, I want PaperX to win. Plus, I really like Jing. I'm a Jing fanboy.
Nice.
So,
From a very biased perspective, like I'm excited to watch Masters, yes, and about all the games and everything that's going to happen. Like Shanghai is going to be an epic event, as well as there's a new thing that's going to be dropped, which they usually do with international events. Is always something new that they announce. So I'm really excited for that as well. But more importantly, as a bias owner, I am excited that the teams are finally, all these teams are going to be in Shanghai. That means we get to be on the same server and we get to scrim with them. So we've got scrim set up the next few weeks with all the teams from across Europe and North America, and all the teams are coming in. So
Great.
awesome.
I'm excited about that. So it's going to be a fun few weeks of scrim for us. That's good practice.
G fighting by the G capsule.
All the gossip after this.
Buy the G
Buy
capsule.
the G
Yes, come on.
capsule.
I am
Buy
to
the
giving
G.
G jersey giveaway with somebody who's buying VLT jersey.
Buy the jersey. I bought the jersey. That's Krushi.
He also bought the
I have
jersey.
100 jerseys, Ray.
The Global Esports VCT Team Capsule is now live. Head to the Valorant store and get yours today.